Here we go. Here's Jesus. Kenosis. I want you to think about this word kenosis. This is what it is. Kenosis. Let this mind be in you. Let this, look. This is called the kenosis of Christ. The kenosis of Christ is self-emptying, which means they didn't take it from him. He gave it. You know, if we could get out of our mind that somebody's taking something from us, y'all got to listen good. If you can get out of your mind that somebody's taking something from you, and you can get your mind the mind of Christ, they take your shirt, give you your coat also. That's what Jesus said. They compare you to going out, go 2 miles. If you get in your mind that I'm not being taken advantage of, instead, what I do freely, it changes my whole attitude about things. I guarantee you, every last one of you in here right now, there's something you're under, there's a load you're under, and that load is driving you crazy because you're saying, I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't have this load, and I should not be under this subjection. I should not be having this problem. Things should be hunky-dory. I should be able to relax. If you can get kenosis in your mind, a self-emptying. You see, how many has ever had a hard time on your job? How many has ever had a hard time on your job? And you say, Lord, I hate this job. Why not say this? Lord, thank you for this job. I know it's aggravating, but thank you for this job because it puts food on my table. All of a sudden thinking differently. Now I'm self-emptying. And instead of being aggravated with somebody because you think they're hurting you, what about you say, wait a minute, thank God I got friends. And thank God I can do this. Or what if? There's all these what ifs. We can look at it in a negative light, or we can look at it like Jesus, the kenosis. He emptied himself. Watch this. I'm going to explain what he did. He who could not be touched by death experienced death. How many's ever had a dog and you wish you could talk man to that dog? I mean, we train them. But if your dog could hear you talk, I saw the best example on Fraser one night. They're talking to Eddie, that little dog that's their dad. And they're giving conversation to Eddie. They're explaining something to Eddie. And then it shows in Eddie's mind what's going on. Here's what Eddie's hearing. Ba 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 Eddie. Ba 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 Eddie. Ba 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 Eddie. Eddie didn't understand what they were saying. Your dog doesn't know when you say sit that word S-I-T, spell it S-I-T, and it means to go down. No, you train that dog so that dog recognizes that word with set. We're going down, so it goes down. Whenever it hears set, it goes down. Roll over, whatever it does. But it's only a handful of commands. Your dog's sitting. You know a dog, when he sees you, the dog actually senses your energy. And so if you're having a bad day and you come home and your dog really loves you, and your dog comes to you and he sees you having a bad day, he senses your energy, and so he will do his best. It's in the dog's chemical makeup, proven that a dog's chemical makeup and a dog's mental makeup, they try to make you smile. And so what they do is they come up to you, they love you first. Ever had a bad day and come home and your dog starts loving on you? Because it's in their makeup. So they come and love on you. Now they love on you, they try to make it light on you. Okay, but in order for you to have a man-to-man talk with your dog, one of y'all, either your dog's got to be able to speak human, or you got to be Dr. Doolittle to be able to speak dog. Guess what? Ain't gonna happen. In order for your dog to understand you totally, you got to be a dog. In order for you to understand your dog totally, you got to be a dog. So Jesus said, in order for me to understand totally what they're going through, he that could not be touched by death took on the form of a servant. It didn't say just man, it said a servant. So that he could understand. He experienced something that he had never experienced before. So, he who could not be touched by death experienced death. He who had never experienced pain at its worst. The Assyrians invented the cross. It is probably, it's been known as one of the worst possible ways to die in this world, ever, ever. Because on the cross, when you're nailed to it, when you're nailed to this cross, and you got to try to breathe, and you got to push yourself up to breathe, your hips are dislocated, your arms are dislocated, and you're put up on this cross with dislocated arms and dislocated legs, and you got to push up against your legs to breathe because you actually asphyxiate. And some of those guys, and while you're there, wild animals would eat you, and people would walk around and taunt you, and you're naked to them, you're totally naked, and you're up there with all this stuff done to you. And Jesus had a double dose because there was two forms of capital punishment. There was the fraying or the cross. And so he took the fraying first, and they thought that it would end the people wanting him to die. No, they wanted to die anyway, so just take and do what you want to with it. So you got both forms of capital punishment. One you make you walk away from, the other one you never walk away from. The one who spoke the world into existence. The one who opened blinded eyes, caused the deaf to hear. The one who never experienced pain or death in his self-emptying felt death. And he felt pain in his worst part of it. And he made it. Here's more about the kenosis. He who had always been full experienced hunger. He who had no needs just spoke the word and it happened. Angels bowed before him. He became poor. You see, he says, I want to really know what you're experiencing. I have a lot of people through their mother's death. A lot of people as a pastor. I was there at their bedside. There's been some of the mothers they weren't there, and I was, and I held their hands. I had one man, his mother. He said, "Can you go see her?" I didn't know she was going to die, and I got into her hospital room. When I got into her hospital room, she said, "Hug me." She was like 90-something years old, and she said, "Hug me." And she put her hands out, so I went to hug her, and while I had my arms around her, she died in my arms. Just that fast. But you see, until I lost my mama, I really didn't know the pain. After I lost my mama, I understood the pain even better, and it changed the way I ministered, it changed the way I counseled, and it changed the way I preached. Because I saw it different. Because now I had been emptied out. Some of you here right now, you're going through kenosis, and the problem is, you keep trying to put the cork back in the bottle. My challenge to you today is pull the cork out. Pull it out. If God allowed you to get to it, there's a reason why He wants you to go through it. And He'll give you the power to endure it. Trust Him. He's building you for something greater than you ever could imagine.